If you're new here, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Today, join me in Kaizen day 9. And today, I'll be talking about the power of the brain, neurological pathways. There was a case of young teens who consumed TikTok videos with Tourette's syndrome and other neurological disorders who developed physical tics themselves. Why it's important to understand how the brain works? Well, it offers you to have more agency in life, meaning you have more choice, leading to more control. You become the architect of your life to an extent, of course. You can't control what happens to you or every moment of feeling, but you have more control than you probably think you have. Us humans are reactive. We let things trigger us. How we feel like rain outside stops us from taking action and stuff along those lines. Understanding how the brain works can lead us to live more of an intentional life than simply being stuck in the passenger seat of your own mind. The brain is attached to the body, which is responsible for all the drama and activity within. Your brain is not reacting, it's predicting. That means if time were to stop at this moment in time, just freeze, it would go into a state and start remembering past experiences that are similar to the state as a way of predicting what to do next. Literally in the next moment, should your eyes move? Should your heart rate increase? Should your breathing change? Should you prepare to stand? Movements. These preparations for movement, those copies of those signals become predictions for what you will see or hear and smell and taste and think and feel. So your brain is predicting what movements it should engage in next, and as a consequence, what you will experience because of those movements. You act first and then you sense. You don't sense then react. You predict action and then you sense. Your brain is always predicting. It's like having a conversation with another person in the background. Your brain is predicting so many things. You're able to pick up and most of the time predict a word, emotion, a feeling of what's to come. If they are wrong, it adapts and corrects what was incorrect. And this is why Kaizen fits so perfectly with this ideology of things of this nature. The brain is literally changing its own sensory neurons to anticipate incoming sensations. So you start to feel these sensations before the signals actually arrive for you to perceive them. You start to have the experience before the words give you those signals. I got a beautiful example of being thirsty. This will surprise many people watching this video. When you drink and you're really thirsty and it's a big glass of water, when do you stop being thirsty? Almost immediately, right? But in reality, it takes 20 minutes for that water to be absorbed into your bloodstream and make its way to the brain to tell the brain that you are no longer in need of fluid. This happens because across millions of opportunities, you learn that certain movements now and certain sensory signals now will result in that mental state. That is all prediction of the brain. It's crazy, I know. Is the predictive brain at the root of trauma? Trauma is not an objective thing in the world. It's also not all in your head. trauma is a property of the relation between your experience in the past and what's occurring in the present. The physical movements, the psychological experience of those movements, so it's different because experience is a combination of the sensory present, the physical present, and the remembered past. You need both in order to have a particular kind of experience. So the way to describe what happens in one's trajectory in trauma is experiencing something as an unfortunate aspect of physical life, and then it becomes about them. The link of the trauma flips from it not being about you, and then suddenly links to you, and it feels like it's because of who you are. It's almost because more about who you are as a person instead of the actual action simply being what it is. Trauma isn't anyone's fault, but by default, in your own brain, you are responsible for changing something. Not because you're to blame, but because you're literally the only person who can. The responsibility falls to you. I'll dive more on this topic in another video, but it links to cultural inheritance, trauma, anxiety, and depression. But what I want you to take from this video is more about how the neurological pathways that exist within us can be changed, altered, to create a better version of ourselves. It's a better way to understand being delusional from one of my other videos I was trying to explain. It just helps overall reframe and shape your life to accommodate for the stuff you're trying to pursue in this life, you know? How do we rewire our brains? Taking advantage of neuroplasticity, every habit you practice creates new neural pathways and strengthens connections. Your brain in 12 months' time can be completely transformed if you commit to change as of now. You can strengthen your prefrontal cortex by forcing yourself to work out when tired and study when unmotivated, building executive function. Your prefrontal cortex is a muscle. Resisting impulses makes it stronger over time. Following a routine daily for 2 to 3 months, consistent repetition is what physically builds new neural pathways in your brain. Your prefrontal cortex needs predictable patterns to automate new behaviors. Another thing, exercise 4 to 5 times a week. This increases BDNF production. BDNF, aka brain-derived neurotrophic factor, literally grows new neurons and connections. Working out is probably the fastest way to make your brain more capable of learning and changing. You should also practice active recall to strengthen your memory pathways. Your hippocampus encodes information through retrieval, not passive review. Testing yourself forces your brain to build stronger neural connections than reading ever could. To conclude the concept of this video, I just wanted to show that within our own DNA, our pathways that exist, neurologically anyways, that our bodies are an exceptional gift. The organ we possess within our very skull is far greater than we could have imagined. The simple beauty in itself of change that we can choose, and ultimately we are not stuck as one character our whole lives. Not that the world has made us think. We're not meant to just be stuck in one role, one life. You can live multiple lives in just one, if you really wanted to. Or you can be stuck, but I just wanted you guys to take what you wanted from this video. I hope I can just inspire change, good change, and that nobody's stuck in whatever situation you think you're stuck in. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let me know what you think about videos like this. I find them to be very easy to make, especially for daily videos. But feel free to like, subscribe, share, and peace. And thanks for watching, guys. And I'll see you in the next video. Later.